The relationship between the city and the ship is a very long one, dating back to the Second World War, when the city of Aberdeen paid for a cruiser out of the monies from the city and from private individuals, and from then on the city has had an extremely close liaison with the word Scylla, or the name of the ship Scylla. We've had quite a long affiliation with various parts of the city, particularly with Linmore School for many years. We've had very close associations with the TS Scylla, the Sea Cadet organisation here. And we've taken a lot of the cadets on various trips around the United Kingdom. In fact, we brought 6 of the cadets up from Portsmouth over the last 4 or 5 days to bring them back to the city. It's a very great honour for a ship to be given the freedom of the city. It's one of the oldest traditions that cities can bestow on not only military units, but other towns and other individuals. And for us, it's a particularly great honour, with a long affiliation we've had with Aberdeen, to be given this on Monday during the parade, and we're certainly looking forward to it. We would like to thank particularly the Lord Provost and his staff for the amount of work they've done, all the other units that work with the council, the police, who worked so hard, but particularly the people of Aberdeen who've put all this together and allowed us to come here for this great honour on Monday.
The freedom of the city isn't given lightly. It's the highest award that the city of Aberdeen can give to anyone or any institution. And to give the award, we have to ensure that it reflects well both on the recipient and in the city. And we think that the Scylla will do that. It will reflect well in the city. We're looking forward very much to the ceremony. The ceremony itself will be, I think, a marvellous day for the city. And it's only the second time in the history of the city that other than an individual has received the freedom. In 1942, during the war, the citizens of Aberdeen raised something in the region of £3 million towards the building of the Scylla, but anybody over 50 will remember saving up their pennies for that instead of buying comics, or encouraged to put their pennies into this. They all remember that, they speak about it quite regularly. So there will be a great excitement, I think, and a great glow within the citizens of the city towards this. On Monday, that will be the big day when the freedom ceremony is actually given, awarded. Now, this is the first time we've ever used the Castlegate for a major ceremony of this type. Can I ask that the company now be seated? Honoured guests, lords, ladies and gentlemen, the city of Aberdeen is proud of its long history. It has many fine traditions and institutions which we jealously guard with commitment and honour. One of these traditions is the conferral of the freedom of the city on those who have achieved eminence in many fields. But today's ceremony is of special significance to us all. It is only the second time in the long history of the award that the freedom of the city has been conferred on a military unit. The first was when the Gordon Highlanders received the award in 1949. Today, it is the HMS Scylla. Those who receive the freedom of the city become a free burgess and guild brother. In ancient times, Aberdeen was a royal borough created by the Crown. The burgess held his land as a direct tenant of the Crown and was free of a number of restrictions which burdened the feudal tenant. In time, the burgesses became a privileged person with an exclusive right to trade within a certain area and with a guaranteed monopoly of manufacture. Every right, however, is counterbalanced by a duty, and it was the duty of the burgesses of old to render military service to the Crown in times of strife. Later, certain people were admitted to the freedom roll, although they were neither merchants nor craftsmen. They were usually people for whom the citizens of the royal borough had the highest regard. Awards were made in token of the most devoted love and affection and of the most distinguished respect. Today, the city of Aberdeen continues that tradition of awarding the freedom of the city in terms of love, affection and respect by conferring the award on the present HMS Scylla, whose ship's company as honoured guests are here with us today. Therefore today, in honouring HMS Scylla, we also honour the Royal Navy and the many brave men who serve on their ships. Commander Booth, honoured guest, captain and representative of the HMS Scylla, it is my privilege and indeed my pleasure, in the name of the citizens of the city of Aberdeen, to welcome you and the ship's company of HMS Scylla as a free burgess and guild brother.
Guard, stand at 8!
Could I now ask the Chief Executive of the City of Aberdeen District Council to read the Burgess Diploma.
At Aberdeen, the 8th day of June in the year 1992, which day the Lord Provost and other members of the City of Aberdeen District Council did and do hereby confer upon HMS Scylla the freedom of entry into the City and Royal Borough of Aberdeen, in recognition of the special association which has existed for 50 years between the City and people of Aberdeen and HMS Scylla, which commenced when funds contributed by the people of Aberdeen during World War II met the cost of provision of the 4th Scylla and of the role performed throughout history by the Royal Navy in protecting the maritime interests of the major seaport of Aberdeen.
The new burgess to accept a silver casket engraved with the city arms and bearing an inscription recording today's ceremony.
Lord Provost, citizens of Aberdeen, on behalf of HMS Scylla, her ship's company, both past and present, I graciously accept this, the highest honour, the freedom of the city of Aberdeen.
now come to the halt. Halt! Colour party, left, turn. Stand by the centre, guard by the right, quick, march!
Distinguished guests, could I ask please the Lord Provost to proceed to the stage to present medallions to the selected party from HMS Scylla.
It's my pleasure today to welcome you all to the Beach Ballroom. Today has been a historic day. It's been a historic day in many ways. Normally, when you look back over historic days, they sound fairly stuffy. I must say I haven't found that today at all. The ceremonial part is past. It was exceptionally well done. And I really think we now have to congratulate many people. I would ask the guests, the council, to stand and toast the HMS Scylla. The Scylla.
Lord and Lady Provost, members of Parliament, Admiral and Lady White, elected members, guests, ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that this has been an amazing and quite a great occasion today. It is historically important today. We think, and we're pretty sure, this is the first time that the freedom of the city has been given to any Royal Naval ship in Scotland. It's such a great honour, of course, for Scylla, not only for the present crew, but all the past crew who are here today as well. Well, how can we thank you for all this extraordinary generosity we've received over this whole weekend, and particularly today? This lovely silver casket, which I hope most of you have seen now, will be a permanent reminder of today's events. This small picture, drawn by Sub-Lieutenant Buckley, a talented young officer who served in HMS Scylla last year, and this was drawn by his own fair hand, of all the previous HMS Scyllas in one small painting. But that's not all. We would also like you to accept this honours board, which was constructed and made in Portsmouth as a thank you for this honour you've given us today. Finally, can I ask all the ship's company of HMS Scylla, both past and present, who are here today, to rise and toast to the very good health of the city of Aberdeen and an extremely big thank you from us all. City of Aberdeen.